Good morning. This is the Narcotics Anonymous reading of Just for Today for August 5th, and it's called The Shape of Our Thoughts. By shaping our thoughts with spiritual ideas, we are freed to become who we want to be. Basic text, page 105. Addiction shaped our thoughts in its own way. Whatever their shape may once have been, they became misshapen once our disease took full sway over our lives. Our obsession with drugs and self-molded our moods, our actions, and the very shape of our lives. Each of the spiritual ideas of our program serves to straighten out one or another of the kinks in our thinking that developed in our active addiction. Denial is counteracted by admission, secretiveness by honesty, isolation by fellowship, and despair by faith in a loving higher power. The spiritual ideas we find in recovery are restoring the shape of our thoughts and our lives to their natural condition. And what is that natural condition? It is the condition we truly seek for ourselves, a reflection of our highest dreams. How do we know this? Because our thoughts are being shaped in recovery by the spiritual ideas we find in our developing relationships with the God we've come to understand in NA. No longer does addiction shape our thoughts. Today, our lives are being shaped by our recovery and our higher power. Just for today, I will allow spiritual ideas to shape my thoughts. In that design, I will find the shape of my own higher power. That's a good one, and that's a deep one. It's a real deep one, because what it's talking about is the whole spiritual part of that program. Let me pretty much cut this in half and make it relatable, because sometimes it's confusing if you overthink it, because we're overthinkers. That's what we do. Arguments, bad-mouthing people to make ourselves feel better, doing things that we think are going to make ourselves feel better or become whole, that are destructive and negative and not conducive to happiness, are all lower. The spiritual ideas and the thoughts are things that bring good stuff. Like, you get just the positive and the negative, pretty much. And on simplest terms, that's what it's saying there. I want my thoughts today to be about something that's going to do some good in my life. And that's not going to waste my breath, my time, my energy, and drain myself. That's what it's talking about. So, in addiction, we're living in a lower level, a lower form of ourselves. And even the people who are addicts, who have had success in their life or fame, they still are living on a lower level. I mean, if somebody can say, my dream is to become a drug addict rock star, or a drug addict rapper, or a drug addict movie star, or I want to be somebody who can own a bunch of stuff and have a big house and, work in a huge building in New York City, but I still want to get messed up on the weekends, or get messed up after work, or sneak to the bathroom and do some lines of coke. People who say stuff like that, they're not living their highest dreams. So is not really about where you are in this world. It's about where you are in your head, in your heart. You know, like, I would rather be where I'm at right now in the sober living house, doing the right thing and starting over again, than be a rich man in Hollywood making millions of dollars and still being an addict in active addiction. Because that's not a life. That's not a life, man. Because I would be living to feed my using. I would be living to feed my disease. And I wouldn't be living to feed my highest dreams. You know. So, that's pretty much what it is, man. I'm going to live today on a higher spiritual plane in my head. So I can be happy. I'm going to be happy. And I want to do the things that are good. And by doing those, that means I can start working on my dreams. Isn't that right, Kid Cat? That's right. So, we're going to start working on our dreams. And today, we're going to try to live better than we did yesterday, aren't we, Kitty Cat? Yeah, he said we are. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.